after all of these years in Unfaithful, which was 22 years ago or something at this point, I believe that there is one particular moment that you have, which is one of the greatest moments ever put on film. And it's when your character has embarked on an affair, and she feels joyful about it. She feels guilty about it. And she's taking a train back home.
Oh, yeah.
And you see all of that wash across her face. And it is honestly one of the finest performances and moments ever I've seen on screen.
I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing that up. It's a fun story for me because it was sort of a revenge moment. Adrienne Lane likes to do a lot of takes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I could tell you some stories about that as well. Made my chiropractor rich, hurting my neck in the kissing scene, but that's another story. So that train scene, we were bringing the train back to the starting point. We were done with our filming day. There was nothing left to film. And it's just me and the crew and Adrian and the camera. And he said, well, we might as well roll. What do you got?
Wow.
Can you believe it? Yeah. And I said, you're going to let me have just one take. I was so, it was revenge.
You're like, I'm Diane MFing Lane. Here we go.
Wow. And so
he had gotten on my last nerve, and I love him. And my dad said, Diane, he's probably trying to get you nominated. My father would say something like that. But anyway, bless him. He was right. So it turned out pretty well for me with that film. So
yes,
thank you.
and led to an Oscar nomination. But that's so amazing. So he said, and so you would just in your head like, okay, she's coming back from this tryst and she's headed home, and you just sort of like decided what she was going through at that moment, and that's what yielded it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's like, well, the most expensive thing on the set back in the day was film itself.
Yeah.
He still had some in the can, and he said, let's expose it, because he loved to film. So we shot that scene. Yep. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah. Just incredible. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
2 decades later.
22 years ago.
I'm sure he remembers it differently.